Welcome to class. My name is Lance. If we haven't flowed together yet, this 15-minute vinyasa flow is designed to charge your battery, get your body loose, and uplift your mood. So grab your mat, find a comfortable space, and let's begin. Let's start in downward facing dog. Tuck those toes. In the very beginning, feel free to bend those knees. Feel free to pedal the feet as well. Now this class is going to be brief, but we will be moving with some flow, building up some heat and some energy, using some muscles. Throughout this flow, take your modifications and feel free to use child's pose at any point. Let's take a few more breaths in this downward facing dog. Really shoot your hips to the sky. Use your hands to press your chest towards your legs. Start to find your breath. No matter how difficult your pose may be, stay with your breath. On your next inhale, let's shift into plank position. Keeping the tailbone tucked, belly button drawn in. Really press through your hands. Feel the heat starting to build up in the core and the shoulders. And on your next exhale, shift back into downward facing dog. There you go. Next inhale, shift into plank position. And next exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shifting into plank, maybe going a little further over the fingers, exhaling back into downward facing dog. 2 more times, inhaling forward into a nice plank, shifting forward, 1 long line of energy, exhale, down dog, 1 more time. Inhale, shifting forward, exhale, downward facing dog. Very beautiful. Staying in this downward facing dog. Inhale, the left heel goes towards the sky. Really reach. Exhale, drop that left heel over the side. Open that hip. Couple breaths here. Pointing the knee away from your hips. Your next exhale, go ahead and shift that left leg back to downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. On your next inhale, right heel to the sky, 3-legged dog. Find that long line of energy. Next exhale, shift, open. Keep the shoulders square, hip open, knee facing the sky. 1 more big breath. And bring that foot back into downward facing dog, shifting into plank, either through the knees or toes, lower all the way down. Untuck your toes, inhale, cobra, or up dog, 3 breaths. Find long lines of energy from toes all the way up to the crown of your head. 1 more big breath. As you inhale, belly expands. Next exhale, downward facing dog. Bottom of your next exhale, bend those knees, step your feet to the top of your mat, forward fold. Tuck your chin, let everything be heavy. One more big breath down here. Inhale, halfway lift. 3 big breaths. Finding that long line of energy from hips, again through the crown of your skull. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up 1 vertebrae at a time. Reaching through your ribs, exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus. 1 more time, one of my favorites. Inhale, up top. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reaching a little taller overhead. Exhale, plant those hands, step your right foot back, low lunge, untuck your back toe. On your next inhale, arms overhead with a back bend. Exhale, plant those hands around your left foot. Vinyasa flow. Through the knees or through the toes. Got a nice little bug biting me. That's nice. Always fun. Stay in your zone no matter what's going on, especially if you're outside. One more big breath in this downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale your right heel to the sky. Exhale, sweep between your hands, drop that back knee, low lunge. Inhale, arms overhead with a back bend. Exhale, plant your hands around your right foot. Step your left foot to meet your right foot at the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus. Palms facing down, standing tall in our mountain pose. Finding as much length as you can through the spine. Shoulders relaxing, and just feel the energy buzzing through your body. 2 more breaths. Find your breath if you lost it. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Plant those hands, step your feet back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right heel to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, sweep your foot in between your hands, drop your knee. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, drop your left hand inside of your right foot, right on the mat. Inhale, spinning open towards your knee, right fingers to the sky. Exhale, coming back down. Right hand lands on the outside of your right foot. Inhale, spin open the left fingers. Exhale, bring the left hand back down. Both hands planted, tuck that back toe, lift the knee, drop your right knee right at your right wrist for pigeon pose. 3 breaths. Maybe instead of just collapsing down, if you have that flexibility, we stay upright and we start to arch our back a little bit. And every exhale, we sink a little lower. That mini arch is going to give you a little bit more stretch in that piriformis. Let's get one more breath here. Very nice. Let's plant those hands right under your shoulders again. Tuck that back toe, shifting into our downward facing dog. Pedal the feet for a second, shake it out. Feeling good. Feel the energy starting to buzz on the next inhale, left heel to the sky. Exhale, bring that left foot in between the hands, drop your right knee. Untuck the back toe, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, plant the right hand inside the left foot. Inhale, left fingers to the sky, spinal twist. Exhale, plant the left hand on the outside of your left foot. Inhale, right fingers to the sky. Still stretching that right hip. Exhale, plant your right hand on the mat. Tuck your right toe, lift that back knee, and bring your left knee towards your left wrist for pigeon. 3 breaths. Find whatever feels good to you, whatever position, either high or low. Use your exhales to relax a little more into the stretch. Let's take 2 more breaths. Big breaths. Very nice. Tuck your right toe, hands under your shoulder, shifting back into downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, left heel to the sky again. Exhale, plant that left foot in between the hands. Pivot your back foot to 45 degrees and inhale, arms overhead. Warrior 1. So this Warrior 1, I want your shoulders squared facing forward. Your back hip is wide open. Front knee wants to stay nice and straight. Don't let it collapse in. Let's take 2 more breaths here, Warrior 1. Inhale, new energy. When you're ready, Warrior 2. Now that back foot goes more of a 90-degree angle, and we find more space on our mat. Warrior 2, shoulders drop, gazing over that front finger, front middle finger. 2 more breaths. Getting ready for Warrior 3. This is some balance work. We
position ourselves. Left foot is nice and grounded. And then I start to elevate that back foot, keeping my hips square. Hands can be in prayer, airplane mode, overhead, maybe even a mudra. Let's do one more breath. Woo! Find your balance. And when you're ready, shift back into Warrior 2 with grace. Warrior 1, pivot that back foot to 45. And on your next exhale, plant your hands around your left foot, Vinyasa flow. Through the knees or through your toes. Inhaling on the up dog or cobra. Exhale on the downward facing dog. Very nice. Inhale, right heel to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, sweep that right foot in between the hands, setting up for Warrior 1. Again, that back foot is at 45. Inhaling, arms high, shoulders square. Back left hip is wide open. One more big breath. All right, let's find some more distance between the feet. Warrior 2, now I'm setting up at that 90-degree angle. Nice and long in the back leg, strong knee in the front leg. Let's get 2 more breaths, gazing over that front middle finger. Warrior 3, shifting and launching whenever you are ready. 3 breaths. Very nice, gracefully back into Warrior 2. Warrior 1, 45 degrees in that back foot, arms high. And on your next exhale, plant those hands. One last Vinyasa flow. You got it. Stay in control of your body, follow your breath. Downward facing dog. Now we're going to go ahead and walk our feet up towards our hands until we get into our forward fold position. Allow those knees to bend if they want to bend. I'm just going to face this camera. A couple more breaths. Release that spine. Feel the energy surging from tailbone all the way up to that brain, that beautiful brain of yours. Now let's go ahead and heel to our feet to the outside edges of our shoulders in terms of alignment. Toes at 45 degrees, sinking down into our yogi squat. So you can have a yoga block under your hips if you have that. Otherwise, we're here trying to work our heels down. If you'd like, you can even start to work your toes more straight for even more hip mobility. 3 more breaths. Starting to cool down. Again, you don't need a full hour, you don't need 90 minutes. Sometimes you don't need 45 or 30. Sometimes a 15-minute yoga flow will do the trick, keep you going, and keep your practice alive. So there's no excuse to not practice. It doesn't always have to be a long, rigorous practice. Very nice. Go ahead and sit down, take your time on your mat. Legs long. And slowly bring yourself back, 1 vertebrae at a time. Knees come into the chest. Let's get a quick lower back massage. Let's touch up with a little bit of core before we sign off. All right, so left leg long on your mat. Keep the right knee in and extend that right foot straight up to the sky. Let's work the hips a bit. Try to really point that heel towards the ceiling or sky. All right, so you can use your hands behind your hamstring just to get the alignment. Try not to pull too much. Just try to really straighten that knee. If you can, remove your hands. Let's just breathe here, holding it as close to 90 degrees as you can, while still keeping energy in the left heel. And when you're ready, go ahead and shift that right foot into 45 degrees. A few breaths here, just touching up the hips. If this is your morning routine, or if this is something you're trying for the first time, something about doing this in the morning is really invigorating, really gets your day started on the right track. And when you're ready, slowly bring that right heel all the way down. Left leg all the way straight at 90 degrees. Use those hands to maybe give you an extra inch or two. Point your heel towards the sky or ceiling and release your hand. As close to 90 as you can. As you can see, I'm not at perfect 90 either. And my leg is wobbling. It's not about perfection, it's about practice. In the journey, that's where we get all the juicy goods. It's not at the end of some finish line. Go ahead and shift down into 45 degrees, left leg. Keep extending that left heel away from your body. Let's take 3 more breaths. Slowly release that left foot down. Okay, so we're gonna go 3 breaths, 2 feet at 90 degrees, 2 feet at 45 degrees. That's a total of 4 feet. Just kidding. Starting at 90 degrees, both feet. Try to keep big toes close together, heels extending away. 90 degrees, 3 breaths. Keeping your chin out of your chest. And 45 degrees, 3. Nothing forced, but challenge yourself. 1 more big breath. Slowly release your legs all the way down. Very nice. Bring both of your knees in. Lower back massage. And when you're ready, let's bring both knees over to the right side for a spinal twist. If you have your yoga block, you can place it under your knee. The distance between the floor and your knee is too great. Open up into a T, maybe even a cactus. And breathe it out. 5 big breaths. When you're ready, bring those knees back into your chest. And slowly shift over to the left side. Find that T in the arms or cactus. When you're ready, bring those knees back into your chest one last time. And let's roll to our right side, fetal position. Use your top hand to press yourself up into a seat. Nice crisscross position, or you can be on your knees. And let's just take some time to be present with whatever is in our surroundings, whatever's in our environment. And once you feel settled, once your shoulders feel dropped and jaw muscles released, just do a quick body scan on your own. Preferably from toe to head. Notice still your belly expanding with the inhale and lungs emptying totally with the exhale. Let's put this new, delicious energy to good use today off of the mat. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, have a beautiful day. Namaste.